So I need help identifying an entity that my friend and I saw about 2 years ago. I have no idea what this thing was, and lately it's been popping into my mind and it's really been bothering me. Any speculation on what this thing was would be great. Sorry that this might be a bit long. About 2 years ago during late July and early August, my friend, I'll call her E, and I were walking along the beach about 10 kilometers away from where we both lived at the time. We live in a quite temperate climate, so not far off the beach is a dense forest that stretches along most of the coast. Since it was around 3 p.m. the sun was at its peak, and it was getting pretty hot outside. E told me she wanted to walk closer to the forest to walk in the shade for a bit. I told her I didn't want to, because there usually is a lot of black widow nests between the beach and forest, and suggested that instead we walk closer to the water. E told me she didn't want to walk near the water because she was wearing shoes and didn't want to get them wet, since she would be the one driving us home later. Eventually she got me to walk near the forest with her, and about 15 minutes through, I started getting this really weird feeling. It's hard to explain, but it just felt like something was off. I noticed E was fidgety, and she asked if I felt like we were being followed, or if it was just her. I then started to look around us, and when I looked towards the forest, I saw what I thought was a silhouette of a person slightly hunched over behind a tree deeper in the foliage. As I looked closer, I saw it had these really long claws like fingers and multiple fluffy, maybe spiky, tails, all swishing around. It was at this point that me and E started freaking out. This thing then turned and it looked at us. It started to slowly walk or limp towards us. As it walked, it looked like it was flickering in and out of existence almost. As it was disappearing, my friend and I ran like hell and got back to the car. A few minutes later, we convinced ourselves we were just seeing things, and worked up the nerve to go back to where we saw it. But it was gone. So what the hell was that thing? At first I thought maybe it was just a shadow person, but I have had experiences with those before, and it was nothing like this. I don't know what it was to this day. A couple of months ago, in August, it was around 12 or 1 in the morning. I live on a large, empty property, which I was walking on with 2 of my friends. We were goofing off and stuff until I heard it. A loud, unhuman-like noise. It sounded like a man, but no man could make that noise. Almost a large grunt of some sort. They heard it too. I decided to look behind me. A couple, maybe 30-40 feet back, was a figure, completely black. 2 glowing eyes. No other facial features whatsoever. One thing, however, did stand out. The silhouette of a hat on its head. It stared at me. I looked in front of me to tell my friends, and then back again, and I could almost see it disappear. I didn't know what I saw, but after some research, I came to the conclusion, Hat Man. I consider myself a skeptic, but I don't know what to think. Any help would be greatly appreciated, because I just don't know.